Welcome. Welcome to this message of hope. My name is Greg Plotnikoff, and I've been a physician for more than 30 years. I'm one of a number of physicians across North America who specialize in complex, chronic, mysterious illness. In the next couple minutes, you'll hear the story of Cassie, a very real story. Her story may be your story. And the purpose in doing this is to convey there is hope. I want you to persevere, I want you to persist, I want you to pursue further to find the answer to what is driving health challenges. In the materials below, you'll find references and other guides which may be helpful for you. In all of this, the mission is to be meaningfully helpful, and truly, I'm wishing you the very best of health. Thank you.
My name is Cassie. I am 29 years old, and I have been looking for a diagnosis for the past 18 years. Was told for years that there's nothing wrong. A lot of doctors saying, does she always look for this much attention? There's clearly nothing wrong with her. A lot of just basic testing, basic blood panel. Oh, looks great. Oh, you're low on iron. Maybe take an iron supplement, and just little things. But I would just get sicker and sicker, and my mom was luckily always believed me and was like, okay, we're gonna figure this out, but lots of, oh boy. Usually the response I would get from doctors would be, I don't know what else I can do for you. They've already run all the tests that I would run. So after that, I was pretty hopeless. I have had issues with this in the past where I get really bad pain in my face, and that started a couple days later, and then it moved down throughout my body, and I had started losing control of that side of my face, my arm, my leg, all of it, and I did not want to go to the ER because I knew I wouldn't be taken seriously, and my husband was like, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you an option, we're going. And I went, and my whole hand was purple. Like, it was clear that it wasn't working. And they called a bunch of stroke codes and, thought that that's what was happening. And so it was terrifying for me and for my husband. And once they didn't find a blood clot, she said, okay, well, if you think you're sick, you can stay, but there's nothing that we can do for you. And right when she said that, I'm like, okay, she doesn't believe me. I don't know how I managed to turn my hand purple, but that's a new trick I have, I guess. And my husband is terrified to let me leave because he watched it all happen. And then she put in my chart that I have something called somatization disorder, which is basically where you make yourself sick or make up that you're being sick, very similar to like a Munchausen's. And told me I needed to see a psychologist, and I did, and she said, it's very clear after talking to you, this is not something you have, but I need you to know how detrimental it is to have as in your chart as a medical diagnosis, because you're not going to be taken seriously moving forward. Immediately, Dr. Plotnikoff figured out that I had nickel allergy, which was why eating healthy wasn't beneficial for me, because a lot of healthy, dark leafy greens have nickel, which was upsetting my stomach. And then hypermobility, he figured out the first day, and POTS was another diagnosis, which he did say, isn't a diagnosis in itself. It is due to an underlying cause, but I at least knew what was happening with my body. So that was extremely beneficial. And then dysautonomia, that was a big one, showing why my body was responding the way it is. And then now the final diagnosis that explains everything is craniocervical instability. I am more hopeful than I've ever been, for sure. Knowing what's wrong, I feel better already. It's already helping. That's a big reason why I wanted to do this video, because it might, lead someone to that answer, and that makes it completely worth it.